Alright, a quick video to show folks how to create a route and import it into your Harley Boom navigation system. You have two choices. You can use the Harley-Davidson Ride Planner software that's on their website, or you can use Tire. There's a couple other programs out there that you can use, but I prefer to use Tire. It's got a little bit more flexibility. But for easy use, first-time users, you can use the Ride Planner. It's pretty simple with Ride Planner. What you can do is you can either start over here on the left-hand side and type in a starting address, or you can just find a place on the map and you can left-click or right-click on the map and click Add a Location, and that'll drop your pin where your starting location is. Then you can just go find another location, right-click on it, Add Location, right-click again, add another location, and just keep doing that until you've essentially traveled the route that you want to ride. After you have added, a bunch of waypoints, and with the latest Harley software update, the .3, it'll accept up to 100 waypoints. So it's much easier now to force your GPS to follow the specific route you're wanting to use with the 100 waypoints. So after you get them all in, these little flags right here are called locations. What you need to do is actually change them to waypoints. So if you just put your mouse over one and you right click on it, and you get two options there, and the second option is change to waypoint. So you can go through each one of them and change to a waypoint. And now you have your starting location and your ending location, and then waypoints in the middle of there. One of the nuances of the Harley system is that if you don't have your waypoint right on the road, it will continue to want to navigate you back to the waypoint. You can't just drive past it like you could with the Zumo/Garmin products. So what you need to do is you need to zoom in on each one of your waypoints here and make sure it's specifically on the lane that you're traveling on, and that is not off on a dirt road or out in the middle of space somewhere. So you can just drag it around and then drop it right back on your route. And you do that for each one of them, and it'll after you've done that, it'll clean it up. Then you can just come up here and click on the GPS sync, and you want to go to manual mode, and you want to save it as a GPX file. That's the format that your boom system will read. So type it in any name that you want to, and we'll do this one as a test ride plan. And you export it, and it'll ask you where to save it. So we're going to save it on the desktop. So we'll do test ride plan, and we'll save it. Now it's saved to the desktop. Now on to using Tire. It's very much the same thing. You've got a little box over here where you can type in the address that you want to start at, or you can zoom in and just click on the location. Again, it's a right click. You can do waypoints provisionally or immediately. It's easiest to do it immediately. So you just, same with the Ride Planner, you just keep going and add all your waypoints. The difference with this software is you don't have to come back and click your locations to waypoints. And then you can come up and save the file, save as. And down here at the bottom is the save as type. You need to make sure that you select a Garmin GPX file, and then same thing, you can save it to your desktop as any file you want to. So we'll do this as test ride plan number 2. Alright, after you've created your route however you want it, get your trusty USB stick, insert it in your computer, and now you can go to your computer and find out where it is. Mine happens to be named removable disk D. The files need to be put in the root directory, which is the top level of the USB stick. So here you can see I've got music, which is my ride music. So you can just take the 2 rides that you created, and you can copy them over to your folder by either doing the long way. Go ahead, accept the screen. It takes a few minutes for the navigation system itself to boot up. You can push the upper right hand corner, the nav button up there, and give it an opportunity to boot up. Listen to some decent music. Alright, From here, you want to go up to the menu in the upper right hand corner, and you want to choose import, and the USB or whatever you're using to transfer your media. And there's our test ride plan that we created earlier. So you can go ahead and select it. It can take up to 30 seconds. I've got a couple rides that have 30 plus waypoints in them, and it'll take 30 seconds for the screen right here to pop up. Now, a common mistake here some people make is they choose select all. You do not need to select all, and all that does is fill up your saved locations a lot quicker. So what you're looking for is the name of your ride plan. I have found that it's always the second option. It's the first option right below select all. So just select that, it'll check mark it there, and then move over to the right hand side and select the import. So you do want to import it, and then it'll take just a couple seconds to import it. And then now we can back out of it. Now, if you are just sitting on your main screen, your main GPS screen, like this right here, you could hit your navigation button and choose where to. And then now you actually want to go to more, and then your trips. And from your trips is where your ride's going to show up here. So as you can see, I've got some other rides here that we take on a regular basis. So down here at the bottom is the test ride plan. So you can select it, and then from here you just hit start. You don't need to choose any one of these other waypoints unless you want to go to one of these waypoints direct. Say you didn't want to do the first half of the ride and you just wanted to go to waypoint 3, you could select that and it would take you there and start you there. So if you go to the start, it'll begin to calculate your route right here.
The route is being calculated.
You can choose how you want to take the route, the calculation mode, which most of mine I keep on twisties. So, but if you're just wanting to get from point A to point B, the fastest way, but kind of take your own route, then you could choose fastest or shortest or whatever. So if you choose fastest and then you back out of that, it'll recalculate your route.
The route is being calculated.
Then you just click go, and it'll bring up your route and tell you where to go, and that's it.